So Donald Trump has gotten most of the attention for the attack on Iran and all the crazy things that Donald Trump has said after that attack, his threat to commit war crimes, his little weird tweet saying, this is the official legal notice to Congress that I'm going to do horrible things. But we're overlooking Mike Pence, right? Vice President Mike Pence is also playing a very significant role in this. And Mike Pence's role is to go out there and sell this new armed conflict to the American public. And last Friday, Mike Pence, in a little speech, said that the Iranian general, Qasem Soleimani, the man we assassinated last week, Mike Pence actually lied to the crowd and told them that this guy, Soleimani, was somehow involved with 9/11. Going back to those old Bush year lies, right? Oh, Saddam Hussein did 9/11. That's why we got to attack Iraq instead of going after that bin Laden fella, right? Iraq did 9/11. And unfortunately, a large percentage of the U.S. population actually bought into that lie, even though we were warned repeatedly, hey, that's not true. There's nothing to back this up. We know who the hijackers were. 15 of them from Saudi Arabia. None of them from Iraq. And guess what? None of them from Iran either. Mike Pence's claim that Soleimani was somehow involved in 9/11, allegedly helping some of the hijackers, get out of his country or whatever, and, providing material assistance to them. There's literally no proof of this. And in fact, all of the governmental and intelligence reports that came out after the fact with Iraq about 9/11, they said that, there was absolutely no Iranian involvement in it whatsoever, nor was there any involvement from Hezbollah. But Mike Pence has to be a good little lapdog right now. He has to be a good salesman. And what better way to get the public on your side than to invoke 9/11? Still something a lot of people in this country remember very vividly. We were there, or we watched it on TV. We were angry, we were sad, we were depressed. And Mike Pence is trying to tap back into that by straight up lying to us about this man that the United States assassinated last week, saying that this guy who nobody had really even heard of until he was murdered by the United States, he was somehow the true mastermind behind the 9/11 attacks here in the United States. That is quite a lie, but it just shows you that Mike Pence, let's fantasize for a moment. Let's assume Republicans in the Senate are fed up with Donald Trump and they say, let's have this impeachment trial and let's vote this crazy guy out. Then we get Mike Pence as president, right? Well, it turns out Pence may be just as crazy as Donald Trump, at least in terms of foreign policy. Because Mike Pence is out there trying to sell this war to the American public with one of the absolute worst lies that we have ever heard from this administration. Thanks for watching, everybody. And don't forget, if you like what you see here, like, comment, share, and subscribe to our channel. And now you can also become a member of Ring of Fire and get exclusive early access to certain Ring of Fire videos all throughout the week. Just click on the little join button right below the video.